Hello guys, D.C Fire here, and we are back with What If Me and Landon were in Naruto what part is this? Part 7? Ooh. And, we would, I would basically where we left off with the story at part 6 is, um, Landon getting the Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan, Landon and Sasuke getting the Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan. So this is probably going to be going into the war. So this going into the war, the five Kages hear about the fourth Great Shinobi War that Obito decides to want to launch and want to cause. So the five nations will have to work together to stop Obito and probably a few more people they don't know about. So um me and Naruto would get ready for the battle, and Naruto would have to go with Killer B to train for his Jinchuriki because Killer B also has a Jinchuriki that he can control. And teaching Naruto how to master his Jinchuriki could give him even more power. So I decide if I want to go with Landon or I don't. I mean, not Landon, if I want to go with Naruto or I don't. But since it's not technically my problem, I don't want to go. But he's still my friend. I want to protect him because he's the Nine Tails and they'll be targeting him. So I would go with Naruto. And Naruto would just mostly train on the mastering the Nine Tails. And he would go in the waterfall and he would beat his evil self. And I would actually go in this waterfall and I would beat my evil self. And my evil self will be talking about how my father died and how um, Naruto is basically the cause, and how I won't just fight back, and how Landon just beats you and you would just take it. And I would say no, because they're my friends. I would want to help them in every way possible as I can. So I would beat my evil self, and um, I would return out of the waterfall, and I would see Naruto with Casey in one. And Naruto using his Sage mode, he would sense all the battle that was going on in the fourth Great Shinobi War, and he would want to enter. But of course, Iruka and I forgot the other ninjas, but Iruka and some other ninjas come and they try to stop us. But I use a hidden miss jutsu to get us out, and we would go into the fourth Great Shinobi World War. And we would actually be going up against Itachi and Nagato. And as we see them, we would wonder how they're brought back alive and what jutsu this is. But we don't really care. They're rushing at us trying to fight. And um, Naruto would go take on Itachi, and me and Killer B would go take on Nagato. With Naruto and Itachi's fight going the same, Nagato's fight against Killer B, and it just added me goes pretty differently. And since say I use multiple fire style Phoenix jutsus on Nagato, but he easily absorbs all this. And I rush in with a kick, but he blocks with his hand, throwing me aside, and Killer B has his six tail mode activated, and he rushes at Nagato with a kick, but Nagato easily takes this. He just takes this to the stomach and absorbs Killer B's chakra, letting his hair turn back to red. He would rush at me and Killer B, and I would see that this is serious, so I activate my Sage Mode and Byakugan, and I would clash with Nagato in the Fish Clash, and I would jump up using a water style water dragon jutsu, but he would easily absorb um, rushing up at me and using the ability that he has to pull out the soul. As he's pulling out my soul, um, Killer B would come and break, um, kind of like kick Nagato away so he can like stop taking away my soul, and I would successfully survive. And I would turn over to Naruto, and I would see that a crow comes out of Naruto, and I can see that it's that same crow that Itachi had put inside him. Pause. And it broke Itachi out of Kabuto's control. And after Itachi is broke out of Kabuto's control, it's Itachi, me, Killer B, and Naruto versus not Kabuto, Nagato. So we all rush at Nagato with Nagato summoning his Sage of Six Packs animals, and Itachi using his Amaterasu on the dogs, and I would be using Big Ball Rasengan's on the other Six Packs animals. And Naruto and Killer B would be rushing at Nagato, with Killer B shooting a tail beast bomb at Nagato, and I could see Nagato just absorbing this too, but while he's absorbing it, Naruto would come from the side, kicking him in his ribs, sending him flying. Nagato would activate Planetary Devastation, and me, Naruto, Itachi, and Killer B would have to use a combination attack to stop the Planetary Devastation. With me using a wind style wind ball jutsu combined with like the Rasengan to shoot it at the Planetary Devastation, and Itachi, Naruto, and Killer B would just use their same abilities that they used to stop the Planetary Devastation in the original, and we would successfully destroy the Planetary Devastation. And since like the smoke is cleared all around, Itachi would get the hit on Nagato with his Tosca blade. So after that happens, Itachi would go off and try to find Sasuke and Landon, but mostly try to find Kabuto, so he can fight against Kabuto to stop the reanimation jutsu. After Itachi goes off, Killer B, me, and Naruto, we would start heading more to the Shinobi War, and Naruto would spread out his shadow clones to go help different type of people in the war, and I would actually follow the clone that goes towards like the main kind of like Shinobi World War, like where the five Kage are and where the Gokage are, like kind of like where Madara had fought all those shinobi at. And I would head over there with that Shadow Clone and Naruto, and I would be facing against the Gokage alongside Naruto. And Naruto would go face against the third Raikage A, and I would go face against let's see, probably Gengetsu. And I would activate my Sage Mode and Byakugan to rush at Gengetsu. And I would be putting up an excellent fight, having immense hand-to-hand combat that can match his. And I jump up using a Water Dragon Jutsu, and he also using a Water Dragon Jutsu. I rush at him with a dynamic kick through the chest, but he easily just tanks this with I would just like go through him, and I would be thinking this is the same ability that Obito has, or like the masked man that I know. and it would actually not be the same ability. He would just be turned into water. I would wonder, um, is this from the Mist clan? I mean, the Fameless clan in the Mist village. And since we are allied with the Mist village because of me in the story, um, I would actually know stuff about this clan and how to counter it. So I would use lightning style jutsu to stop the like the invulnerability that he has against my attacks. I would cover my lightning style on my Fuma Shuriken, and I would throw them at Gengetsu, and he would use his water style water whip to throw these away, but he will like get cuts on him by this, and he would send out a clone that gather up steam and momentum every time he like kind of like moves, and this um steam thing or clone would just get bigger and bigger, and I'll be wondering why and how, but it would come close to me and it would explode, and I will use my Earth Style Headhunter Jutsu to get away quickly, and after I come back up, I can see where the clone exploded, and it melted away multiple rocks and ground just away because of the steam. So I will notice that this is great power, and he will summon also his clan to shoot out a mist that puts me in a genjutsu. Since I already know that it's a genjutsu, I would use my Byakugan to get me out of it, and Gengetsu would be behind me using a water style water sword to kind of impel it in my heart. But I would use a wind style wind tornado defense to just counter this jutsu and throw Gengetsu back. I would land on top of Gengetsu, putting them on the ground, and I would use a sealing jutsu to seal away Gengetsu. And Boo would come up behind me and he would shoot a particle style at me, but Naruto clone with KCM1 would rush at me and he would get me out of the way. Since that was the last of the KCM1's clone, and and shoot, what am I trying to say? And KCM1 runs out for that Naruto clone. That Naruto clone would have to use Sage Mode just to stop the third Okage. The third Raikage, my bad. And it was successfully like stop the third Raikage like it did in the original. And we would cut over to Sasuke, Landon, and Tachi's fight against Kabuto. And when they first met Itachi back alive, they would get enraged that he's like still alive, and they would also be enraged on why he would let the Leaf Village treat him into like killing his own clan. But Itachi doesn't have time for explaining, and he explains to them that they have to fight. They have to fight against Kabuto to stop the reanimation jutsus that reanimate jutsu that Kabuto has all over the war grounds. So they would appear at Kabuto's cave, and the fight would start with Kabuto rushing at Landon, and Landon using his sword to counter like Kabuto's chakra blade attack, and Kabuto would throw a kick, and Landon would block with his Susanoo, getting pushed back a little, and would use his Susanoo arm to punch at Kabuto, and Kabuto would get hit, getting flown back. And Itachi would jump up in the air, use a fire style fireball jutsu, but Kabuto would use a water style water bullet to counter. and Kabuto would use the jutsu that basically controls like the battlefield or the area around him, and he would use the rocks in the cave to shoot at the trio, and they would all use their Susanoo to just block this, and they would use their Amaterasu and Red Flames combined to burn away the to basically just burn away the rocks. And since he has the Sound Force jutsu also, and also some of the Taka jutsu, Sasuke would rush at Kabuto with a kick, and he would just phase right through Kabuto. And he would notice this jutsu because of Suigetsu, and he would warn me and Itachi to use lightning style jutsu. Since Itachi does have lightning style jutsu, I think, or lightning style itself. So they will all like team up, and they would use a large lightning, like Lennon and Sasuke would like combine their Chidoris together and use a large Chidori stream, and this would actually hurt Kabuto. But Kabuto would use like that dragon attack to cause a large what's it called, a large flashbang, and this would actually leave Landon, Sasuke, and Itachi's bones shaking if they actually move. So they would activate their Susanoo to counter any attack that Kabuto tries to pull off, and they would successfully be able to. And they would use their Amaterasu and Red Flames together could cause a big attack on Kabuto, and it would actually burn away Kabuto's snake after cutting it off. And they would actually catch Kabuto in this loop with Itachi using Izanagi. And after Itachi uses Izanagi to basically stop Kabuto, Itachi would actually tell them why he let the Leaf Village do this, and they shouldn't like trade over the Leaf Village, but they still kind of don't listen to Itachi, because at the end of the day, they do listen to him and what he says, but at the end of the day, they still like want to get back at the Leaf Village, which leads into Sasuke and Itachi wanted to become the Hokages of the village to control basically all the nations. And they would have to do that in successfully killing me and Naruto. And I'm gonna be ending the video off right there, guys. Thanks for all the views and the likes on the videos. This has been a great series, and I think the other one that I'm gonna do is gonna be the last one. But yeah, hope you guys have a good day, and D.C. Fire out.